Good morning, children. Now, today is our new chapter we are going to start. That is current electricity. Current electricity. Here we are going to start. First, I want to define here what is current electricity. What is that branch of physics? So current electricity, we can say the branch of physics which deals with the study of charges are in motion is called current electricity. So here I am first want to define what is electric current, that we have already learned in 10th class. The rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge is called electric current and the unit of electric current is ampere. Here I can say the time rate at which the time rate of flow of charge through any cross section is called electric current, or I can say rate of flow of charge. So I can say the value of current here, I is equal to charge upon time, that is in ampere. The unit of charge is coulomb, the unit of time is second. So it is the value of current here. Now I want to define what do we mean by current carriers. The charged particle whose flow in a particular direction, whose flow in a particular direction constitute the electric current, are called current carriers. So in this chapter we are going to see these type of terms. Then one more term, dear children, here, what do you mean by EMF? EMF, that is electromotive force. That also we have learned in 10th class. EMF of a cell is the maximum potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell, when no current is drawn, from the cell, or cell is in the open circuit, the unit of electromotive force is volt. Is that clear? So these are the important definition here. Now I want to find out what is the direction of current here. So I can draw a diagram. So here I am going to see the direction of current. Direction of current. The dear children, suppose here is a conductor, cylindrical conductor is being connected through a cell. Say like this, it is the positive electrode, it is the negative electrode. The current is being drawn from this positive end to the negative end of the conductor. The direction of the current is this one. So applied electric field is in this direction. Here is the positive electrode, here is the negative electrode. So electrons present here in a conductor will shift towards the positive end of the conductor. It is the direction of electrons. This current which flows due to the electron is called electronic current, and this current which flows due to the applied electric field is called conventional current. Is it clear? So direction of current is the direction of flow of positive charge. Direction of flow of positive charge. Direction of flow of positive charge. Positive charge is moving in this direction towards the negative end of the cell. So is the direction of flow of positive charge or applied field. This is or applied field. Or applied field. So it is opposite to the direction of flow. So it is opposite to the direction of flow. To the direction of flow of negatively charged electrons. Negatively charged electrons. It is clear? So this is the direction of current. Here I can write if the charge flow here is Q for a time t. The total number of charge, suppose here is N. So I can write here N is the total number of charge and E is the charge of an electron. I know very well the value of charge of the electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. N electrons passes through a conductor in a time t. So dear children, I can say here, if I want to find out the number of electrons here, I into T by E. Suppose the current flowing here is 1 ampere. If I say I is equal to 1 ampere, time is for 1 second. Charge of the electron we know. Then the number of electrons in a second, that is 1 into 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. If you solve it, you will get it the answer 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons per second. Electrons per second. Is it clear? Now, write down all the things from the blackboard as we are everything. I am going to written on blackboard. So write fair notes, dear children, from the blackboard itself. Now, what do you mean by electric current in conductors? Electric current in conductors. In conductors, dear children, a large number of free electrons are available over there. So easily current can flow. Those materials which have a large number of electrons, and develop a strong electric current, when an electric field is applied, electric field is applied. So these are the current carriers in conductor, electrons. Then what are the current carriers in insulators? Insulators, those materials in which the electrons will be bound. Electrons will be bound. They are not free in this type of materials, and they will not be accelerated, and they will not be accelerated, even if the electric field is applied. They will not be accelerated even a large electric field. Even a large electric field is applied. Is it clear? So this is the big difference in between a conductor and insulators. So such materials in which current can't flow is called insulators, and the materials in which current can easily flow, that is called conductors, or in which the current is not flow, called insulators. Now, what is the behavior of a conductor in electric field? Now we are going to see an important article, that is behavior of conductor in the presence of behavior of a conductor in the presence of पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. जब हम बैटरी लगा रहे हैं तब कंडक्टर पे क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, लेट अस वी आर गोइंग टू सी. सपोज हियर इज ए कंडक्टर is being connected through a battery or cell here. So I can say here is the positive electrode, negative electrode, the applied potential is V. The end which is connected from positive end is called higher potential point, and end which is connected from the negative electrode called lower potential point. The length of the conductor here is L. The applied electric field is E. The movement of electrons in the direction of positive side, say E. The electric field inside the conductor, we know the formula of electric field in first chapter we have seen, that is applied potential V and the length L. V बराबर होगा E into D. E comes out to be this electric field जो यहाँ पर जनरेट हो रहा है, this electric field exert an electric force. This electric field exert an electric force on free electrons, causing acceleration. जैसे फोर्स लगेगा, causing acceleration of each electron. I know the formula of force, that is force is equal to mass into acceleration. So due to this force, the force exerted by this can be written here is minus E. I know the formula of electric field, that is E बराबर F by Q. F बराबर Q into E. Here charge is electron, so minus E is there. So A can be written minus E divided by M. This is the acceleration here. This is the acceleration produced here. So the time taken by an electron between the two successive collision here, आपस में टकराने में जो समय लग रहा है, the time taken by an electron between the two successive collision is called relaxation time. Write down this definition. The relaxation time symbolized by tau. What is that tau? That is total time taken divided by number of collisions. So I can say according to the first equation of motion, V is equal to U plus AT. Use that equation. V is equal to U plus AT. Electrons, as we know, they are free to move in a conductor in any direction. So the average velocity of the electrons is zero. Of the electrons is zero because they are moving in any direction. All will cancel out. So I can write V, here is the drift velocity, initial velocity here is zero, acceleration is a and time is tau. So this is here, Vd comes out to be, write the value of acceleration from our equation, earlier equation, that is minus E divided by m into tau. This is called Vd. So I can write here, in a magnitude or average drift velocity, Vd is equal to E divided by m into torque. Electrons are moving towards the positive end of the conductor, positive end of the battery. So they are opposite to that of applied field. That's why they are called drift velocity. They may call it drift velocity. Now children, I want to write down the definition of drift velocity here. Right is there. Drift. What is drift velocity? That is Vd. That is the average velocity. The average velocity with which the free electrons are drifted towards the positive end of a conductor, under the influence of external electric field. So this word came earlier, just we have to write this definition, drift velocity. Okay, write down. Now, one more term come here, that is what is mobility. Mobility of a charge carrier is the drift velocity acquired per unit electric field. So I can say here mu is equal to Vd divided by E. So I can write the formula of drift velocity here is Q E tau divided by m divided by E. चार्ज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन की जगह E या Q कुछ भी लिखा जा सकता है. तो I can say that is Q tau by m. Here is the charge. So what is the relation in between current and drift velocity? It's a very important article for us. So the relation in between current and drift velocity. Here. For that again I am taking the same diagram. Suppose here is a conductor is being connected to an applied potential. Here says V. Here is the area of cross section of this conductor is A. The length of the conductor is L. The drift velocity here is Vd. Applied electric field is E. So these are the things here you can see. Now the current flowing in this direction. Let us conductor, again I am repeating, a length L, uniform area cross section A. So volume of the conductor would be, volume of the conductor would be A into L, area cross section into length. Suppose N is the total number of free electrons per unit volume in the conductor. So the total number of free electrons available here is N into A into L. Suppose E is the charge on each electron, then the total charge available here, the total charge on all the free electrons in the conductor would be N A L into E. Here the constant potential difference V is applied at across the two ends of a conductor. Applied potential is V on the length L of a conductor. So I can say the applied electric field here would be V by L. E is equal to V divided by L. So due to this applied field, the free electrons present in a conductor will begin to move and drifted in this direction, drifted with a velocity V towards the left. It is going in this direction towards the left. So time taken by the free electrons, to cross the conductor, यहाँ से यहाँ तक आने में जो टाइम लगेगा, that is equal to distance upon velocity, L divided by Vd. So the current here would be I is equal to Q by T. I can write, put the value of Q, N A L into E divided by V by L. L by Vd, sorry, time की जगह रखिए L by Vd. L से L cancel हो जाएगा, तो this is the result here. So you can see here I is equal to N into A into L into Vd. The current is directly proportional to the drift velocity. Current is directly proportional to the drift velocity of a conductor. Now, I want to explain here what is Ohm's law. We have already learned in 10th class when the physical conditions like temperature etc. are kept constant, then the potential difference in between the two ends of a conductor, suppose here is a conductor, so the potential difference in between the two ends of a conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing in it, that is V is proportional to I. This is called Ohm's law. The constant of proportionality here is R. So V is equal to Ri. So I can write here R is equal to V upon I. The unit of R here is a resistance of a conductor and the unit of resistance is ohm. If you want to memorize this, make a triangle, write here V, here is I and here is R. If you want to find out V, then you can say V is equal to IR. If I is equal to V by R or R is equal to V by I. So with the help of this triangle, we can easily remember what is Ohm's law. Write down here, if I want to draw a graph in between I and V, so this is a straight line here like this. Now, I want to derive Ohm's law. It's an again very important article. So deduction of Ohm's law we are going to see here. Deduction of Ohm's law. We know what is the formula of our drift velocity, that is Vd is equal to E by m tau. आपने देखा होगा ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी में कहीं पर मैं Q लिख रहा हूं, कहीं पर मैं E लिख रहा हूं. इट इज माय and numerical point, it is my theoretical point of view. It is the value of charge, so I can write over there. But the value of electric field is V by L. E is equal to V by L. So put this value here. So Vd comes out to be E by M, V by L into tau. Now, I also know the formula of current जो हमने अभी अभी डिराइव किया, that is A N E V D. Put this value V D here. So I comes out to be A N E EV by ml into tau. So I can write here A N E square tau divided by ml. Tau divided by ml into rho. Into AV. Here is V. So you can see here V upon I is equal to M into L divided by A N E squared torque. This is equal to R. This is the simplest way to deduct Ohm's law. The deduction of Ohm's law 3 नंबर का क्वेश्चन आएगा ये CBSE एग्जाम में. So I can write here R is equal to V by I. That is equal to this one, M divided by N into E square into torque into L by A. ये तो ये जो कांस्टेंट आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पर, इट इज कॉल्ड रो. रो इंटू L by A. Here. So you see, this is resistance here R. So R is the resistance of a conductor. What is the meaning of resistance? It is the obstruction posed by the conductor in the flow of electric current. ये इलेक्ट्रिक करंट फ्लो होने का विरोध करता है. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड रेजिस्टेंस. तो R is equal to V by I. So I can say V is equal to W by Q. Electric potential that we know. The dimensional formula here is M1 L2 T minus 2 divided by Q. It is a charge. Q बराबर होता है IT. So that is A into T into A. This is. So I can say here the dimensional formula here is M1 L2 T minus 3. इसको ऊपर ले लीजिए. T minus 3 and A minus 2. This is the here. Okay, so this is the dimensional formula here. The new term comes here, that is resistivity. So rho is called here a resistivity. Dear children, I want to say here R is equal to rho into L by A. So resistance depends on mainly 3 factors. First one is resistance is directly proportional to length L of a conductor. Resistance R is directly proportional to length of a conductor L. So I can say resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of a conductor. जैसे जैसे आप लेंथ बढ़ाते जाएंगे उस कंडक्टर का रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ता जाएगा. सेकेंड वन इज R is proportional to 1 by A. Area of cross section. Resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. जितना एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन ज्यादा होगा रेजिस्टेंस उतना ही कम होगा. And third one is resistance of a conductor also depends on the nature of a conductor. Also depends on the nature of a conductor and temperature of the conductor. And temperature of a conductor also depends on the temperature of a conductor. So dear children, so R is proportional to L by A. When we combine these two, so R is proportional to L by A. And the constant of proportionality here if I want to write R is equal to rho into L by A, here rho is called specific resistance or electrical resistivity. So rho is equal to again R A into L. The unit of resistivity is ohm into meter square divided by meter. That is ohm into meter. This is the unit of resistivity. Okay, so electrical resistivity is very low for the conductor and very high for the insulators. Electrical resistivity of a copper, जो कॉपर होता है बच्चों, उनकी इलेक्ट्रिकल रेजिस्टिविटी इज वेरी लो, सो द कंडक्टिविटी इज वेरी हाई. रेजिस्टिविटी एंड कंडक्टिविटी बोथ आर इनवर्सली इक्वल टू ईच अदर, इनवर्सली होते दोनों. तो कंडक्टिविटी इज हाई, सो कॉपर वायर जो होता है बच्चों, दैट कैन बी यूज्ड एज ए कनेक्टिंग वायर. वन मोर थिंग, द इलेक्ट्रिकल रेजिस्टिविटी ऑफ एन alloy like that of manganese. Manganese is an alloy which is a mixture of copper, manganese and nickel. And another alloy that is Constantine, that is a mixture of copper and nickel. तो electrical resistivity in alloy की बहुत ज्यादा होती है. So they may be used as a standard resistance. Okay. Now what do you mean by current density? What is current density? It is represented by a symbol J. So current density of a conductor, it is the amount of a current flowing in a unit area, that is I upon A. Current divided by area. I is equal to, जो फॉर्मूला हमने डिराइव किया अभी ANEVD divided by A. So this is equal to NE into VD. Similarly, the inverse of resistance, वो होता है बच्चों कंडक्टेंस. This is, and unit जो होती है इसकी ओम का उल्टा, that is mho. So dear children, I want to explain here what is electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity, that is sigma, the inverse of the resistivity. So I can say sigma is equal to 1 by rho. I know the formula of rho, that is N into E square torque by M. हमने ऊपर निकाला अभी rho. So this is equal to this one. If you want to find out here the dimensional formula, यहाँ पर जो बच्चों N है, that is the number of free electrons per unit volume of the conductor, per unit volume. So the dimensional formula is L minus 3. Here is charge, that is A into T ka square. Here is the time, or here is the mass. So you can write here M minus 1, L minus 3, A की power 2 and T की power 2. T की power 3, sorry, here. So what is the relation in between? What is the relation in between J, sigma and E? I know that I is equal to N into A into E into VD. So I can write here N into A into E. VD की जगह रखिए बच्चों EE divided by M into torque. So here it came N into A into E square torque divided by M into E. This is I. So I by A आ गया बच्चों. You can write here. You can write here I by A. We can see. So I by A is equal to N into E square torque E divided by M. A को इधर ले लिया मैंने. So I can say here J is equal to I by A. I can write J is equal to N into E square by torque, that is the inverse of resistivity, into E. तो ये आ गया J इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई रो, दैट इज कंडक्टिविटी, तो आई कैन से सिग्मा हियर। J इज इक्वल टू I बाई ए, एक तो मैंने ये रखा है यहां पर, J इज इक्वल टू I बाई ए एंड रो इज इक्वल टू M इंटू N इंटू E स्क्वायर बाई टॉप, ये। So dear children, I comes out to be N into A into E into VD, और ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी VD बराबर होता है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मोबाइलिटी ये। तो J comes out to be I by A, that is equal to, I can say sigma E, J की जगह रखी है, और I by A बराबर E by रो, ये J बराबर I by A होता है, इसकी जगह हमने E by रो रख दिया यहाँ पर। तो यहां पर आ गया E by रो इज इक्वल टू I by A। तो ये आ गया बच्चों E by रो, you can see over there, that is N into E into VD, that is equal to N into E into VD, VD is equal to mu E, that is mu E. So here you can say rho is equal to 1 by N into E into mu. See here. Again I am repeating, I is equal to this one, तो J बराबर आ गया I by A, तो J की जगह रखा सिग्मा बाई E, I by A की जगह रखा मैंने I by A की जगह E by रो, तो E by रो और I by A दोनों बराबर है, ये आ गया। Is it clear? Then E by rho you can write here N into E into VD, N into E into VD, that is equal to N into E into mu E। तो रो बराबर आ गया अपने पास 1 by N E into mu। This is the result here। Okay।